Hello, Don.
Hey, how are you? I thought you must have lost your internet or something.
Yeah, exactly what happened.
Hmm.
It's so my apologies about that.
That's right.
Yeah, you never know how long it's going to stay off either.
Hmm.
So in that case, it was just a few minutes that we were apart, but it
Hmm.
can go off for an hour. And but if it does go off again, it means it's unstable, and maybe we'll just call it a night. Then
Yeah, sure.
it
Yeah.
goes a second time.
Hmm.
So what were we talking about?
Oh, I was just reflecting on, what the value is of providing that sort of feedback is anyway,
Yeah,
It's not feedback, it's just that, oh, well, he made a comment that I don't agree with. Well, that's not feedback.
yeah, 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 yeah. And I had a look too. You see, we're supposed to theoretically get all the feedback in a section in our dashboard, and it's called feedback. Okay, and but it's not there. That feedback is not there. Okay, and so I'm not quite sure. And I mean, the feedback is only ever seen by the company or individuals in the company, and the guide's supposed to be. But that particular one is not there. So
Hmm.
I guess that says they don't all land up there. Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit suspicious, doesn't it? In
Yeah.
some ways, but
Yeah, it is. So yeah, yeah. So I guess the last straw will happen at some point, but I've got to move on now and get into some sort of other type of business. And
have you had any thoughts as to what those options might be?
yeah, I've done nothing but think about them and write them down and talk to my children about them, and to Sue as well. And, the one thing that I started one. Well, where do I start? The one thing is what I enjoy doing. Is almost what you and I are doing right now. Okay, I enjoy talking to people and interacting with people, and so I enjoy the Get Set Up classes because a class of people, I prepare and present, and then people interact. Okay, some classes are straightforward, like almost storytelling, where there isn't much interaction, and that's fine too. One accepts that, and those are still enjoyable as well. So I enjoy the verbal communication. Okay, so my first thought about this was, whatever I do to move forward, that must be the primary time spent, must be on interacting with one-on-one or in classes or whatever. Okay, and whether it's on the telephone, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a video, but get far more involved on a live physical sort of level, obviously online when I say physical level, but online. And where it can be physical, that's great. I mean, but certainly have the sort of interaction. In other words, offer a service of some description that would, and that's the way I would communicate. Okay, so yeah, my kids had various suggestions, and like my oldest daughter said, the people in the Netherlands who want to learn English, you could give, English one-on-one with individual people and so on.
A bit like what Alana's doing.
Yeah, and what Sue's doing. Yeah, yeah. So, but it's more up Sue's. She's qualified to do it. She's got the right certificates, and and so to do it online and so on as well. So and she's got 45 years experience in it. So so she might well take up that suggestion and for herself, because she's increased now since we had this news of mine. She's busy increasing the number of lessons she gives to Chinese. Okay, remember she still teaches the Chinese, which was there we've gone again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm surprised my internet's gone. Oh, okay. It was just something that came up and says internet interrupted over my whole screen, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she might well do that, because her Chinese lessons, she gets paid a pittance an hour, really. And so she's got to work her gut out to be able to try and make up the extra that I've lost, okay, with Get Set Up. So maybe teaching somebody in Europe, in a first world country, then she could charge at least what she was getting on with Get Set Up, or is getting with Get Set Up.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the other area is looking at this multi-level marketing or network marketing company that's going to be launched in Australia in May, and is in the process of a soft launch in South Africa at the moment. And I'm using the products. They've sent me products because I was hoping that would help with my calf muscles and pains and things. So I thought, I've never made a livable income. It's always been a part-time income historically when I've done network marketing, and so I thought that I certainly know about it. I can certainly take it to a new level if I've now got the time to do that, I could then supplement what I'm hopefully going to continue getting from Get Set Up with 5 lessons a week. So that's what I've been thinking about, and looking at how I would focus on perhaps wellness and research the latest things on wellness and blog them, but the blogs will have to be video, because I don't want to necessarily write like I have historically. I don't want to write a book. I don't want to write articles after articles. Okay, I'd much rather do the research, take down notes, and then create a video or create a podcast, okay, specifically, and try and find some sort of niche market within that wellness. And so that's where I'm thinking at the moment. And I had a conversation an hour ago with the 2 Get Set Up guides in Eastern Australia, the 2 Natalies, and they said, why don't I do the classes like I'm doing now with Get Set Up, but do it from my own website? And I think that's a bit ambitious to think I can just pick up somewhere where I left off. You need and to get people to pay for them. Okay, at the moment the learners don't pay. You see, they get the things for free because they've been sponsored by national partners around the world. So it's just not feasible. I don't think so. So that's really where I'm at. I mean, there are 1,001 things that I could teach, but again, you've got to find people. Okay, you've got to start a marketing process, and do I want to teach how to start a business? I don't think so. Okay, and do I want to teach how to grow microgreens? Okay, do Do I want to make people aware of the latest science technologies like, nanotechnologies that are coming in? Yes, I would like to research. I'd like to communicate. I'd like to make people aware of that. Okay. And then, have these products that I just mentioned on my website, be there, so people ask, there they are, and maybe build a network. Maybe people will want to also sell it. Okay. And so maybe build up, a little team of people where I communicate with them on an absolute regular basis, face to face, like we're doing now. Okay. And which I've never done historically. It's always been via emails and things like that. So that way I could slowly pull up in the direction, I'm not reliant on a company. I'm not reliant on anything. And then wherever I am in the world, wherever I land up in the world, I can take the network marketing with me. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. So sort of create a brand that has nothing to do with the products I'm selling, but a Michael Plumstead brand around a particular niche of wellness. Okay. But it have to be niched. Okay. And then I've got to be good with my research. And I think historically I have been. But now I want to basically sit in the garden and create a video,
Yeah, nice.
Maybe
yeah,
on a daily basis or something,
yeah, no, for sure.
And short, sort of 5 or 6 minutes, so that as people come on board, then I can market those videos to bring people onto my database and create a database, okay, which I've got a database, okay, but new people on there, and let them, give them a short 1-sentence email link to, and saying what it is. This is, my talk about curcumin, or my, whatever it is, or the latest about with health discoveries and things like that, the latest in science and anything, and try and do that maybe on a daily basis, not the emails, but the videos, create them and put them out there. Okay. And so, yeah, so that as maybe using social media to get people hooked onto my onto the database, so that they can receive my, I don't even know if it's going to be weekly or bi-monthly emails, and then having them watch the videos, but absolutely no selling involved in that at all. So it's just making people aware of certain science things and making them aware that, I do have these products and they'll be on the website. So that,
and maybe some affiliate links as well, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, there would be affiliate links to the products. Okay. And then build up a business, because the bottom line is I want to communicate with people audially. I want to use my voice. Okay. That's what I want to do. I want to interact with people. Okay. And historically it was always done through articles and emails, and very seldom a telephone call. Okay. I want that to change now. Okay. And that'll be the fundamental dramatic difference to, let's call it, my historical failures on network marketing. Okay. So I think that could change things to be more successful, and could.
So if you were to sort of have a, like, for example, like a core message around wellness, like if I did, like, so you're talking to me and I say, what did you, you're talking about wellness, but like, what would I do differently?
Yeah. Yeah, so I would need to have a hook. I'd need to have a one-liner, and I've been looking at those in the last 24 hours. Okay, and I particularly like the word reimagine. Okay, because I used it historically in one of my articles, and I thought of it. In fact, the day after Stanley spoke to me, and I realized, I've got to now think of something else. I received one of my own emails and saying, reimagine a new life, I think it was, or something. And so I thought, well, that's exactly what I got to do. Thank you, universe. So I took my pen and paper, which is right here, and I started just writing things down. So I'm working on that sentence at the moment. And then there's some key words. So reimagine would be one word. And just before our conversation, my daughter from London, said, what she say? She sent in reimagine. Reimagine I forget the word that's used now, but something to the effect of reimagine healing yourself with nature. Okay.
Well, one that come to mind for me, just as you were talking on that, it's almost like reimagine the rediscovery of your body connection.
Fantastic. Let me write that down. Okay. Reimagine your body connection. Right. And what do you mean by that?
Oh, probably, well, for me, a big chunk of my day has lived in my head. And quite often, I ignore, things that my body's telling me, like I've got a sore heel, or I made an appointment after lots of procrastination to go and see a dentist tomorrow. It's just, and for me, it's just like, for crying out loud, just take responsibility for your physicality and go and do something about it.
So, right. Okay. Have you had tooth pain? A toothache?
Oh, I need dental work done. I haven't been for.
Yeah, I haven't either for years and years.
Yeah, and it's just like, this is just ridiculous, because, so I've read, that poor dental hygiene or oral hygiene can lead to, like heart problems and things like that. I'm thinking, well,
yeah.
At this stage of your life, at the risk of sounding old, at this stage of your life, you need to pay more attention to that sort of stuff, which I should have been paying attention to anyway.
Yeah, in one of the classes, one of the slides I had there, the one area of your house that has the most bacteria, negative bacteria, is your toothbrush.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. And of course, there are nice solutions in this day and age. The little cases, you can put them in with ultraviolet light, something that kills all bacteria while you're storing it. Okay, but one doesn't think about these things. Okay, and I want to make people aware of these little gadgets and things as well.
Well, then that's perfect, because if you can do like an affiliate link through to some of those products, and it's money for jam, isn't it? So
absolutely. In one of the classes I did
that's a real, sorry to interrupt you, that's a really good example, because it's one of those examples where people say, oh, yuck, Oh, but you're saying, but there's a solution.
Yes, that's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, I like the idea of like Amazon affiliate, because I think,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
let me just make a note of that.
And even eBay,
Yeah,
they have
Amazon and
they have a
eBay.
they have a
Yeah.
program as well. In fact, my youngest son, he has this Facebook page, or it's like a forum,
Mm,
and that might be another option for you too, is that forum. But he has a forum where he just has like old school muscle cars,
yeah.
and from time to time he'll just go and look on eBay, or usually eBay, and see other people's listings and just put it up on the forum and just say, look, here's one that I saw.
Okay.
And if people go follow the link and end up buying it, then he gets a commission, So
Okay. So that's a different website to eBay.
no, it's just eBay. No,
Oh,
but
it's eBay. Okay.
apparently it's a program you set up with them,
Okay.
that basically you're increasing their reach. I dare say they've got some rules around it and everything, but he, and it's probably around, saying, and he always says in his listing, I'm not selling this, but I just saw this and thought people might be interested,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Interesting you say that, what you've just said, because I see with some of the articles over the last year that I've been researching,
mm.
um, certain bloggers, I guess, they somewhere in the article or at the end of the article saying, this writer uh, may have affiliate links in the article, okay,
Yeah.
where he'll earn a commission, and it's sort of
Mm,
like,
mm. Just a
seems to be
transparency thing. Yeah.
that, yeah, I think it's a transparency thing. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm.
But it doesn't change the retail price that they have to pay.
No, it doesn't. No, they just
Yeah,
get a clip of the ticket along the way for the
yeah,
referral. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. Let's do that, because
And I think, that as you build trust, and being viewed as a credible source of information, people will follow those links quite readily,
yeah, yeah,
where you see other sites and they're just littered with all of these links. You think, oh, for crying out loud, they're like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the two Australians that follow me in Eastern Australian, Leslie and David, um, last week I did a class on science, and out of that science came three different products. And at the end of the class, they said, Michael, we're going to buy those three products for sure. Okay, we've already written them down. We already started with the first one while you were in class, and so yeah, I think so. It's obviously the way that if I had an affiliate link there and they used it, I would have got some commission.
yeah, well, that's right.
But
And some of those commissions are quite generous too.
yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, it's I didn't think of it. I've written that. Thank you very much indeed. That's a great suggestion. Because my research is always such that I wouldn't put it out there if it wasn't a good product. Okay.
No, of course not. No.
So
No.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And when you do it, invariably there's only, 2 or 3 links anyway. It's not as if you're putting down like, a dozen links and so, go your hardest,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, you're supporting my channel if you buy from here and stuff.
Yeah, no, none of that.
But I think the other one too is that I think it's Patreon or something, isn't it? Where
Patreon is another one. Yeah.
where people and I was quite surprised, but like through where I'm working, they had a guy on there doing a live stream. I think it was like once a fortnight or something. And the bizarre thing is like people just make a donation to him, in support of what he's doing during the live stream. I thought, oh, gee,
my daughter makes a living off Patreon. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there you
Not
go.
on Patreon. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, that's not wrong. Through Twitch. Okay.
Twitch. Okay.
Okay, which is a similar thing. She does.
Yeah.
She does live. She goes live on Twitch, and she's prepared. You can ask her to draw, let's say, your logo. Okay.
Mm.
And she will do it live in front of you. Okay.
Wow.
And
Wow.
create a logo or create an image. They want some image to play games with or something. Okay, she will do it in front of them, and they pay her. Okay, and now she's got a company who wants to sponsor her. Okay, so and those are live classes. Okay, so yeah, maybe some of the classes that I researched.
And she could probably turn then some of those, well, into NFTs and
yes,
as well, couldn't she? So,
yes, she would be able to. Yeah,
quite easily.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and let me just put switch down as well. It's also fresh in my mind, this thing, and because I'm sort of down in the dumps, I'm not thinking straight at the moment. So I appreciate that. Yeah, and so any other thoughts you have, just put them onto Telegram,
Skype or something. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, Skype as well, as you can put them onto Skype, whichever's easiest for you. Strangely enough, Sue and I can connect on Skype. She wants to send me a document or something, and so she finds something that this would be a good topic for your class. She sends it to me on Skype. Okay. Yeah. So. But I like that. You've now sparked another whole dimension. Yeah.
Okay, then. Well, that's probably a good time to finish, I guess. So,
yeah. Okay. But I expect to hear from you within the next 24 hours.
Do you?
Yes, you're going to give me some more hints. You're going to be you're going to be the business mentor. Okay. Please be my business mentor.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Not good enough.
Very good.
Okay, John.
Okay, you take care.
You too.
See you
Bye.
Bye.